C.S. Lewis was ahead of his time, a prophet who, through the lens of the Christian faith, was able to view current trends in society and where they would eventually lead. In 1945, he saw how it was possible for a small group composed of an intellectual elite could harness technology and education to promote an agenda which would undermine the Christian basis of the West. At the time, this was scientism, which reduced men and women to little more than biological machines. This was illustrated powerfully by his novel, That Hideous Strength. Behind all such forces is what the Bible calls principalities and powers. A different hideous strength is at work in the West, which parallels that described by Lewis. This is cultural Marxism, sometimes called neo-Marxism or libertarian Marxism. This is a philosophy of human liberation from all perceived repressive social institutions to enable people to be whatever they want to be. Hidden behind this definition is the understanding that family is seen as a repressive institution, as is church, business, any authorities, and traditional perspectives, and so must be undermined and overthrown. But the way this is being achieved is not by open, violent revolution, but by changing the way people see things and feel about things, using, in the first place, non-coercive means. Through schools, media, and marketing, people's assumptions are gradually changed so that people start to think and feel that certain beliefs and practices, such as same-sex marriage, are fair, obvious, even natural. This involves propaganda and changing the meaning of words until eventually a society is formed which does not allow certain thoughts to be held or views to be expressed which would contradict this new view of so-called liberty. What masquerades as liberty, however, is a new form of totalitarianism. This lies at the root of political correctness and the overwhelming success of the gay movement in normalizing homosexuality, and now the promotion of transgender issues in schools and churches. That hideous strength is powerful and all-pervasive. The revolution is almost complete. This book acts as an easy-to-read roadmap to help us understand where we are as a society in church and why we are where we are due to cultural Marxism. It's meant to act as a wake-up call to Christians and anyone concerned with freedom of thought and speech to resist these trends by contending for the truth rather than deciding to go with the flow. The church must critically engage with these issues by understanding their source and the big lie which undergirds them. This is a book for all Christians who care about the undermining of society and the dismantling of the church in the present, and what kind of future we want for our children and the next generation. It is a must especially for church leaders, youth workers, and any Christian who wants to make a difference. By the way, what is happening in the West is set to happen in Africa, Asia, and Latin America. To be forewarned is to be forearmed.